Tal Heinrich, spokesperson for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Tal, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure, Natasha.
And it is remarkable. Nearly all of the more than 300 munitions from Iran were intercepted. Israel and its allies, including the U.S., intercepting the 99% of those drones and missiles. So the world is watching for Israel's next move. What can you tell us? What insight can you give us into the next step for Israel tonight?
Correct. Yesterday we witnessed the evils of the Islamic Republic on full display when they launched over 60 tons, Natasha, 60 tons of explosives our way. As you correctly reported, more than 350 drones, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and 99% of which we were able to repel and intercept, and not just alone, but with international partners, including the US, UK, France, and some regional partners. As we speak, by the way, there's a 7-year-old girl from the Bedouin community in Israel who is still fighting for her life. She was severely injured from the debris that fell from the skies. But if it was up to Iran, had we not been as prepared as we were, they tried to maximize the damage. The results could have been devastating. So to your question, yes, deliberations are still underway in Israel. The war cabinet convened. It will continue to convene, and Israel will make its own considerations. Be sure that this is not going to become the new normal of over 100 ballistic missiles fired in our direction, attacks of this kind. It's not going to be a new normal. Our sense of security was shattered on October 7th with Hamas attack, and then on October 8th with another Iranian proxy attacking from the north, Hezbollah, and we are working to restore that sense of security. So there's not going to be any taking of chances on our security, not when it pertains to Gaza and not when it pertains to Iran.
Is there any path where Israel does not retaliate, where the temperature can be lowered on this?
Well, I'm not going to discuss and speculate here on air, but there are a lot of considerations that are being taken into account as we calculate how we move forward. We also consult with our best friends, with our partners, international partners. We take advice, we share concerns, and so forth. But, there were times in history, from biblical times to modern times, when there were people out there trying to annihilate us, as the Ayatollahs of Iran vowed to do when they say they want to wipe us off the map, as they attempted partially to do just yesterday. And we are not going to allow that to happen. Now we're no longer defenseless people, no longer stateless people, and some people out there in the world don't like it when Jews are fighting back, but that's the fact. We cherish life, we love life, we educate our children accordingly, but we're dealing with death cults led by Iran and an axis of evil.
And Tal, can I ask, we are seeing some of the far-right voices in Israel tonight pushing for a very harsh response. Israel's national security minister on X today saying, impressive defense so far. Now we need a crushing attack. How forceful should Israel's response be? And would that risk a major escalation in this region?
So I haven't been following all of the voices coming out of the country and the government and lawmakers, but I think if there's one thing that your viewers have to understand is that we have a war cabinet in place and a unity government in place, and there's a procedure by which the heavy, big decisions are taken. So yes, everyone is entitled to have their own opinions in our country. We're a free country. We don't have a constitution, but we're committed to the principle of the First Amendment. But the heavy decision making, if it's the IDF breast and if it's the government, they have a procedure by which they are accepted.
All right, Tal Heinrich, I always appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.